Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. We are moments away from kickoff, and we've got a good one on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. So with that, let's get you up to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that could have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Steelers offense coming out, led by none other than Ben Roethlisberger, 36-year-old quarterback, and he did play week 3 of the preseason after sitting out the first 2. You know, when you get to his age, you've been around that long, how much do these preseason games matter?
They don't matter a heck of a lot. They want to be out there just to feel the game a little bit, knock off some of the rust because practice isn't quite the same. But you don't want to be out there very long, and he wasn't against Tennessee. Ran a few series and concluded it with a gorgeous touchdown pass to Justin Hunter. He looks like he's ready for the regular season.
Now a play fake here on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. K1 Short. He's the one who finally gets him down for what will wind up being a loss of 16 yards.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll go again with Bell. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's Jordan Berry now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. He's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Taking it about the 36. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, first and 10. Cam Newton bringing out the Carolina Panthers in this last week of the preseason against New England. He took a pretty good hit when he ran the football. After the game, he said, you know, my running ability is a gift, yes, but he also referred to it as a bit of a curse.
Well, let's use the gift in the regular season, not the preseason. I'm quite sure that's what his head coach and organization was thinking, because he takes off, he gets upended, lands on his face mask essentially, and comes out of it with a black eye, and they were happy that that was all that happened to him. So, yeah, he says a lion has to roar in terms of his talents. Let him roar starting September 9.
On first down, it's Newton. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage. Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. That's caught right side by Anderson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 35. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses. Now a carry, it's C.J. Anderson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril. Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap for Newton. And that's caught by Smith. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. And here now the offense for Carolina. And Christian McCaffrey, one of my favorite players in the 2017 draft. He didn't disappoint. Had 80 catches as a rookie. Look for him to be more actively involved in the running game in 2018. Yes, he can run between the tackles. Now Cam, option left. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Chances are good. He's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. 4th down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Gano's kick is right through. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. And a peek now at the offense for Pittsburgh.
A big reason this team led the league in offense, their offensive line. Monster strength. 3 Pro Bowlers last year in Alejandro Villanueva, David DeCastro, and Marquise Pouncey. Kept their quarterbacks upright to throw it downfield and carved a lot of holes for their runners.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. And the starting defense here for the Panthers.
And I enjoy watching KK Short work inside as a defensive tackle. 24.5 sacks from that spot over the last 3 seasons. That puts him in the company of guys like Geno Atkins, Aaron Donald, Fletcher Cox. When you want an inside pass rusher, think about KK Short. And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on 3rd down.
5 defensive backs. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play on the football.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Again, it's Bell. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they've got it in the red zone now down at about the 19. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Antonio Brown from 19 yards away. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. Then he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And a look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
Coming off being named All-Pro for the first time in his career, Cameron Hayward had 12 sacks in 2017, a career high. But it's not just that makes his game good. Yeah, he can rush the passer, but his biggest thing, handling the running game, both as a defensive end and as a tackle whenever they play in the sub or the nickel packages.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time.
Into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, Anderson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They run again on 1st down. Anderson. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton trying for right, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And the Steelers set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, Why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Roethlisberger to his big target, James, all 6-7 of him for a Steeler 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's James. And he's brought down. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a 1st down.
I like how the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit. And that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this 1st quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On the counter, here's Bell. And he is met quickly in the back. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like in game.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And before we can get to the field goal try, time will run out on this 1st quarter of play. 7-3 the score. More from the Steel City coming up after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, he's got a big leg, and when everything comes together, he can certainly hit from long range, but this one's going to come up just a little short. A very good effort, though.
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Good field position. Start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's first down from the 42. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early.
False start, offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on
Still
that play.
down.
Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. McCaffrey following the penalty. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The Panthers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Out of the gun, Newton. Got a man, it's right. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
It's Newton. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Panthers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Newton. And he gets it to Funchess, complete. Newton finding Funchess for the Panther first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now Cam, option left. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. From the gun, Newton. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This a 33-yard attempt. And Gano's kick is right through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. But Charles, Le'Veon Bell, 26 going on 27, and the shelf life of these NFL running backs seems to be getting shorter and shorter. How long can he go at this torrid pace?
Usually we say 30 is kind of the line of demarcation for a running back. But Le'Veon Bell played all 16 games in 2017, takes great care of himself off the field. I think he's got a chance to break through that 30-year-old mark, and in a big way.
In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense, to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I know every time we watch Le'Veon Bell play, we think about him making people miss the hesitation move. But you remember, he came out of Michigan State as a bruiser and a thumper, and he still has those capabilities.
At 225 pounds, an underrated part of his game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. That's caught at the 25. And he is down deep into Carolina territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Extra point now by Boswell. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. So that drives 7 plays in length. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. getting set to go again here. Cam Newton marches back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown one interception. He wants to balance that off with at least one touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now Newton on 1st down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Newton now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Newton on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And now it's 2nd down.
But with the incompletion there, gives us time to hit on the retirement, Charles, of Eric Decker. Of course, played for the Broncos, Jets, and Titans, was with the Patriots this preseason, but now he's going to step aside.
I think he had a fantastic career because look at it this way. Getting 1,000 yards in one season for a receiver, that's a career for most people. He did it 3 times. Best year in Denver in 2013, 87 catches, almost 1,300 yards and 11 touchdowns. Congratulations on a wonderful career, Eric Decker.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. On 1st down, Newton. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's 3rd and 5.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Newton now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. letting one go deep for the end zone, and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. 2nd and 10, Newton again. Smith catches left side. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So they need 2 yards here on third down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive. They'll run it. Here's Anderson. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the third time tonight. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Thomas has got it. Complete. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger marches onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of it. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The give is to Bell, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running, third down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at it, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Roethlisberger now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. On third down, Roethlisberger. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Mario Addison in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Here's Jordan Berry now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Time for us to spotlight C.J. Anderson. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. From his goal line here, Newton. And he can't quite corral it defensively. Maybe some space to go the other direction if he had caught it. That brings up 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Now Brown. Brown with his stick skills. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Man open right side. It's Rodgers. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. On second down, Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Looking to throw on second down. Newton, and Thomas has it. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout, and now we're set to get going.
Come on now.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And some space here. He spins free. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. First down now, but that clock rolling. A shotgun snap for Newton. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
Pass interference Defense.
And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
First and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Gano's kick is right through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We want to remind you that new this year in regular season games, I'll take you around the NFL, give you stats and scored from games in progress, as well as look back at games that have already been completed. So keep an eye out for that. But for now, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. On first down, it's Newton. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you had one of those, like, mats or pits like you have for high jumpers? And, you know, you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches?
I didn't need a mat.
you just did it with the ground?
Absolutely.
That explains your toughness. That explains your toughness right there, because I think that guy was raised just like you. What a catch.
Come on now.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Airing it out for Olsen. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. What a move. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now Newton. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play. Roethlisberger to Brown. 57 yards. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 23. A give to Bell. Bell so light on his feet. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. That good for 22 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And now pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And Charles, he's able to dive in there in a short yardage situation.
Just find a place to get to the end zone. Didn't matter where it was, but once he did, used his nose for the end zone and dove in.
Boswell for the extra point. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. Now a hit and a loose football. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. On 1st and 10, Newton. And this one complete right side to Funchess. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Handoff comes to Anderson. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Now the former Oregon man, this is Kenyon Barner. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 50, Newton. Funchess has it complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on third. Throwing on third down, Newton. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
Newton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Newton on first down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Thomas. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. A very solid gain of 27.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Newton throwing again. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Kenyon Barner, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. Graham Gano on for the extra point. Extra point try good by Gano. And that will get him 1 closer. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Gano out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And we put our focus now on Le'Veon Bell. And these numbers showing up on the screen, that's why he's their star. They kept him down for a little bit, couldn't keep him down for a full 4 quarters.
But what they were hoping for was a half of a game. And if they could have shut it down at the half, they had done their job. But as you mentioned, a full 4 quarters, and the best, they always feel like they're 1 run away from changing the momentum or breaking something big, and we're starting to see that here in the second half.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Adams. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Cam Newton getting ready to go again on offense. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. Now following the interception, here's Newton.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They give it to Anderson. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Play action. It's Newton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
So out comes the field goal team once more. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And Gano's kick is right through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. It can be a thankless job sometimes to be a kicker, but they're thanking him right now. That's now 4 field goals. He's kept him in the game.
He sure has. That offense has got to find its rhythm because I'm not sure that just kicking field goals is going to allow them to win this game.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here comes Ben Roethlisberger and the Steeler offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
230.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Roethlisberger now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going deep for Brown. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
That was a dangerous throw towards the end zone. Boy, did it hang up there forever. Wanted to run up there and pull it down out of the sky.
Yeah, it felt like it really should have been intercepted. Lucky to have that one back.
You've got to be more careful when you're that close to the goal line.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's a give to Bell running left. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll run it with Bell. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 1st down.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Bell. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Roethlisberger will hand a counter. And he gets it down to the 32. That one good for 12 yards. And that'll lead here to a third down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The Steelers on third down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Roethlisberger now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. One quarter remains here on this Thursday. After this is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Here's Bell. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Got him in, it's Brown. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Roethlisberger hooking up with Brown to get the Steelers a first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Bell. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
4 down. Set. 2:30.
On 3rd and goal, Roethlisberger got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Vance McDonald from 4 yards out, and the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. Extra point now by Boswell. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays, and it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10, right at the 30. On 1st down, Newton. Flush to his right. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Newton on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Newton. Funches with a catch over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the red zone now, Newton. And it's caught. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Torrey Smith, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers have got it back to a one-score game. So very late in the game here, but with that score, some light at the end of the tunnel.
There's still hope. Now they look at the score and say, hold on a second. This thing's not over yet. Let's keep battling.
Gano now to add the extra point. Gano the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Just a 4-play drive that time, and the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Gano out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll get to the 26. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Bell. Whole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Denora Searcy in on the stop. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Here's Roethlisberger. Caught here by Bell. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Brandon, sometimes we give a lot of these running backs credit for being good receivers, and all they catch are swings and full member of the passing game for the Pittsburgh Steelers, whether he's split out of the backfield or not.
Well, no doubt he can catch it, coming off a career-high 85 receptions in 2017. Now a first down carry by Bell. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And his throw here's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. To throw here, Roethlisberger. This one complete. Right side to McDonald. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A nice gain of 21 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connect.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Again, it's Bell. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Roethlisberger will throw. This is caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield, Le'Veon Bell. He'll get it up the middle, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they look for that final touchdown to salt this one away. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Bell. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back in as we resume play. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. getting set to go again here. Cam Newton marches back onto the field. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another fourth-quarter comeback?
And it's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of this magnitude, even though the guys on defense have the lead and are sitting in the best spot, they're maybe the most nervous people in the stadium because they've seen this happen to too many people before, too many teams. They've got to find a way to shut him down.
Here we go again for the grizzled vet. Back to throw. And caught left side, Olsen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Smith. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That throw good for 4. It's second down. They'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it. Anderson, he can't get him down. And then he goes with a juke. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. He's back to throw. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. Touchdown, Carolina. Ian Thomas in the final minute. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Now Newton will bring the Panthers up to go for 2. Now it's Newton. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And you just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try to make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this 4th quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. Gano out to kick this one away. On the return, it's Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock, so Tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. Throw left side is complete to Rodgers. And down he'll go at the 25. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Clock rolling here, about to hit 30 seconds. Now it's Roethlisberger. This is Bell on the dump off. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. Roethlisberger to throw. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. Here's Roethlisberger. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Rodgers. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And he's able to clock it with time remaining. And now they'll have a shot at a long field goal that is going to decide this game. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. This from long, very long range. And this doesn't get there. It's no good. They had to go for it, but their final effort here is going to come up short. So a field goal that could have won it went awry. Pretty good distance field goal. It wasn't a chip shot, but still, that one's going to stick with him for a little while, you'd have to think.
It is, and I know that he missed that one, and they walk off the field, and obviously they don't feel great about themselves. They just lost a game. But this is where the proficiency of kickers actually comes back and hurts them, because they've gotten so good that we expect them to make just about everything, and we forget that's still a long field goal attempt.
And so much pressure there at the end of the game. It's one of those situations, unfortunately, where you're either the hero or you're the GOAT.
And what you also hope is that you've built up equity with your team by making a whole lot of big kicks before, so that the occasional miss doesn't hurt you going forward.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.